Yo, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me today on this fabulous day. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. I hope your day was fulfilled with nothing but positivity. All my new viewers joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's jump right into this highly requested video. Today I bring to you all 8 states and territories. I know, that is right. Some people are probably like, Australia has states? Look, in the beginning of this journey, I was flabbergasted as well. I was sitting here, and look, jaw to the ground. There's some of the things I found out and learned along this journey. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. Today, we got all 8 states and territories in Australia ranked worst to best. Shout out to From Here to There, From Here to There. Original video link will be down below in the description. And let's jump right into this, man.
Of extremely hot desert and want to increase your risk of skin cancer?
Ooh.
Well, then you might be a feral camel, in which case you're likely already in Australia. And if you're not, why haven't you moved here? With gorgeous beaches, incredible cities, great healthcare and education, and some of the most unique ecosystems and wildlife not found anywhere else on Earth, the land down under is one of the best countries to live in. But while this giant island continent country,
That's what I'll be saying. Like, even seeing stuff like this, like y'all getting close to the animals and stuff is good vibes. Even the animals and the nature out there trust you guys as human beings. The ones out here just be running from us. Like, they already know. So they see a human, we bogus. Let's get away from them. Like out there in Australia, they be showing love to y'all and everything.
Beaches, incredible cities, great healthcare and education. Unless you actually are one of the 1 million feral camels.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just because y'all can survive out there, that type of climate, that type of element. I mean, we can. You can stay out there. Like.
They call the outback home, you'll probably want to stick with 85% of Australians who live within 50 kilometers of the coast. Doesn't like every state touch the ocean though? How do I know which is best? Find out as we rank all 8 Australian states and territories from worst to best. And let's hit 5,000 likes for a video on the 10 best cities in Australia. Number 8. Actually, we're going to start off with a quick honorable mention. The external territories. Okay. That's right, Norfolk Island, Christmas Island, the Cocos Islands, and a few other islands that no one lives on. I didn't forget about you. Now, don't get me wrong. These aren't terrible places to live and are breathtaking with plenty of endemic species and extravagant landscape.
Wait a minute. That's crabs? Boy, I ain't never seen crabs that red before. Something must be wrong with our ecosystem. The crabs we get over here is dull. They're gray. It's not really the same colors over there. What are these unique type of crabs or something? They taste different. This is the type of red, type of crab you see on like cartoon. Too good to be true type of red. Even the lobsters don't even look like that. I'm not gonna lie. Something's wrong with our ocean over here, huh? Something wrong with our side of the ocean.
Christmas Island's nickname is actually...
What? Are y'all playing with the cameras? Like, when y'all edit, are y'all playing with the vibrance and stuff when y'all make these videos? Or is this really looking like that out there? This blue? I mean, this is something different. Like, that blue? It's like a glacier, kind of, You ever see the inside of a glacier?
Australia's Galapagos due to its unique red crabs, booby birds, flying foxes, and hundreds of other animals and fauna found throughout the tropical jungle and surrounding coral reef. And the largest and most inhabitable of these islands, Norfolk Island, is home to the tallest pine trees in the world, beautiful beaches and rolling pastures, and some of the rarest birds. If you don't mind a very slow-paced lifestyle with few modern conveniences, and most things being more expensive as they have to be shipped in, the external territories might seem like paradise. But considering they all have a combined population of only around 5,000, the extremely isolated lifestyle isn't for most.
Wouldn't that mean the prices for like the foods and all the stuff you buy, essentials and stuff is also priced a little higher because they gotta like get stuff shipped in as well. So why would they not tax the people more? Am I overthinking it? Am I overthinking it? Or are they talking about, like, say you an Amazon package or some type of package, whatever, and you got to get delivered and they got to get shipped and they got to come from across the way. You got to pay for that as well? Or is it just like, is that what he means? Like, wherever you buying it from is going to be a little more taxed because of the import. Let me know, please. I be feeling like I be overthinking some stuff. I be confusing myself. I be jacking my mind up throughout these videos. Like
Actual number 8, Northern Territory. If you're
Northern
strictly
Territory.
looking to rake in the dough and don't mind the lack of infrastructure or seclusion from the rest of the country, the Northern Territory might be for you. The median household income is the third highest of any state or territory at 115 grand, and the median home value is the lowest at
115 grand. That's actually.
just 515 grand. Plus,
Oh, bro, y'all living fair out there. Y'all living too good. I mean, beneficial. Only a half a mil out here. Phew. These houses is gone for about a mil now. You can't run from it no more. People used to be in the city, moving to the suburbs. At this point, you can't even run from it. Getting a house in the suburbs versus the city, it's still about a mil. I guess it's safer, more quiet, more local to the stores and stuff. I guess that's what you're getting with it as well. You get more for your taxes. Man, y'all living good. Man, y'all living so damn good.
there's no property tax. But remember how I said a lot of Australia is uninhabitable? Well, a huge chunk of the most uninhabitable land is here. The southern half of the territory has a climate similar to the Sahara Desert, and while Darwin and the coast is a bit more livable with tons of rainfall during the wet season, it also gets very hot and humid, and that rain often turns into cyclones and extreme flooding. So
That's my type of weather, I'm not gonna lie, except the flooding. Y'all telling me I ain't never gonna do nothing? That might be a stupid question. I mean, like, well, Australia doesn't really think about. Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask that question because, of course, Australia not think about money like how the U.S. is all the time. Think about, well, let's just build over this, forget the animals, and let's put them in a zoo so we can make money off of that as well. And y'all not even think about that. Y'all probably gonna keep that desert looking stuff just open to the animals, hot, leave it alone, and everybody gonna live where they live and have like the buildings and businesses and stuff where it's at. Right? I can't see them building on top of that anytime in history. Mainly because of the animals, the wildlife. Or else, well, they gonna start being all over the town, people's homes, in public with you because you building over their homes. So never mind. I was gonna ask, like, would y'all ever decide to build over it? But scratch that. Scratch that question. Scratch that question. Australia not worried about the money. Y'all care more about your animals and stuff too and everything. Plus it's mad hot. Don't nobody want to go out there. It's too far from the homes and stuff. Like way too hot. Oh my gosh. Imagine how much it costs for the roads and your gas. Man, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. But yes, scratch that question because I basically just answered it myself. The answer is no.
despite accounting for 17.5% of the country's landmass, less than 250,000 residents, or 1% of Australia, actually lives in the NT. And it's the only state or territory which had a net population decrease over the past year. But the lack of people is also why many love living here. From Litchfield and Kakadu to Uluru and Watarka National Parks, the territory is home to so much stunning wide open wilderness that you can experience all to yourself. Although you might not want to be too alone, because not only does the Northern Territory have the most saltwater crocodiles in Australia, it's also by far the most dangerous state or territory, with a violent crime rate 323% above the national average.
What? What? Who? My supporters who living out there? Let me know what it's like. What be going on out there? What do you mean by crime? Robberies, aggravated assaults. What we talk about? What?
Number 7, South Australia. While the Northern Territory is home to some of the highest wages in the nation, South Australia has the second lowest median household income at just $98,500 and the highest unemployment rate at 4.4%. But if you're someone who prefers the simple life and community over vibrancy and wealth, the Festival State is a wonderful place to settle down. It's home to so many charming suburbs and beach towns, over 5,000 kilometers of pristine coastline.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I live somewhere that look like this. I'm going unemployment too. Screw it. I'm outside every day. I'm enjoying life, man. Yep. File for me every week. I'm straight up. This is nice. Well, it depends with my profession, if I ain't really like my job or something like that, if I ain't really want to do that. But like, yeah, if you got that choice, I see why people are doing it. I mean, there are some people out there that truly need it, or different circumstances. But I know we got some people out there in Australia finessing. Tell me we don't right now in the comments. Tell me we don't. We got people finessing the unemployment system because they want to be outside all day. It's nice. They still getting paid. It don't cost that much. Healthcare, like, is more benefits to your country, so you can kind of play with the system more, like play with your pockets, I guess, more like that. Like, oh, I'm only getting a little bit more. I'm getting this amount, but that's fine. You don't got to worry about making a bag to try to just get over and survive. Like how it is over here, man. Y'all living so good. We got some people finessing. Let me find out.
The best wine in the country and hardly any crime. And with below average fuel, grocery, and utility costs and a median home value of just 565 grand, South Australia is actually the cheapest state. And Adelaide is the cheapest capital. Sure, Adelaide's also likely the most boring city with over 1 million residents and a bit behind the times with supermarkets still closing at 5 p.m. on weekends, for example. But that's also by design. Adelaiders love that their home
5 p.m. is wicked. That's cruelty. You should be jailed for that. Nah. Really? That sun out there don't go down to what? 8:30, 9 o'clock? It's 9 o'clock, maybe pushing it. But like, I mean, come on. Why they close it so early? It's because they want, you know what? Australia cares about their people. They want people home, right? Early or something on a Sunday with the family or something. Just relaxing. Because they be having them out here open till 11 p.m. They don't care about your life. Don't care about your life.
Offers all of the amenities of a city with great food, museums, parks, festivals, and a few unique attractions like the Adelaide Central Market, while still maintaining its small town charm with hardly any traffic and where everyone knows everyone. Not to mention, it's easy to navigate with no toll roads and a beautiful beach or waterfall hike being just a 20-minute drive from the city center. Number 6. Queensland. Queensland is Australia's most popular holiday destination, and for good reason. It's incredibly safe, has the most national parks, and with scenery as diverse as the Great Barrier Reef, Daintree Rainforest, Porcupine Gorge, and Lamington, Girrawin, Goringan, under a volcanic Blackdown Tablelands, and Great Sandy National Parks.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Versus the Great Barrier Reef, Daintree Rainforest, Porcupine Gorge, and Lamington, Girrawin, Goringan, under a volcanic Blackdown Tablelands, and Great Sandy National Parks, not to mention the only Everglades ecosystem outside of Florida. It's debatably the most beautiful state. And if you prefer a more chill vacation, the Sunshine State also offers plenty of theme parks and resorts in the Gold Coast, and over 13,000 kilometers of jaw-dropping beaches. So while many used to only holiday here, that's quickly changing as more people learn of Queensland's exceptional small cities and towns. In fact, it's now the fastest growing state and one of only 2 states where over half the population doesn't live in the capital. And it's not because Brisbane sucks. It's actually often ranked as the most livable city in Australia, as it's not nearly as congested or expensive as Sydney or Melbourne, while still offering legit big city amenities and experiencing rapid growth, especially with the Olympics coming in 2032. But while Queensland's economy is the second fastest growing of any state, it still has some catching up to do with the third lowest median household income of just $105,000. Because of this, and the fact that the housing market is booming with a median home cost of $788 grand, the Sunshine State has the highest poverty rate at 13.5%. Number 5. Tasmania. Tasmania feels nothing like the rest of Australia. And that's because it isn't. An island located around 200 kilometers south of the mainland, the smallest state by both size and population is home to so many otherworldly and unique landscapes and species not found anywhere.
Forgive me, guys, for hitting the table. Getting too excited before I pause. I had a question. What was my question? I don't want to forget it, man. What was my question, man? I don't want to forget it. What was my question? I think it was like something he just said. Oh, that's crazy how a picture reminded me of my question. Isn't that weird how the mind and how life works? Do the accents vary from state to state out there in Australia, or is it kind of just the typical Australian accent? Let me know. The slang, how is it?
is home to so many otherworldly and unique landscapes and species not found anywhere else. Not to mention, it rarely ever gets hot and has the cleanest air on Earth. But not only
rarely ever gets hot. So, okay. It got that type of weather like LA does. Because LA don't really get hot. LA do not get hot. I went out there in the summer before, and it was like, we're talking Fahrenheit. It was like 70. It was in the 70s. It was in the 70s. Maybe it touched 80, but it was like, it wasn't really hot. It was more so like, wear like a sweater, wear a windbreaker type of thing, you know? Type of weather.
is Tasmania an adventurous
Like
paradise with places like Cradle Mountain, Mount Field, and the Bay of Fires all being a short drive from pretty much anywhere on the island. It's also home to so many delightful small towns with some of the friendliest people you will ever meet. And the capital, Hobart, punches well above its weight with tons of history and beautiful architecture, great restaurants, bars, and cafes, and Mona, one of the best museums in the country. Sure, there's little in terms of bustling city life, but if you're looking to slow down and relax while being surrounded by unspoiled nature, Tasmania is perfect. Well, if you're retired or work online, because while the economy is currently the fastest growing, the median household income is still the lowest at just $89,600, and the unemployment rate is 4.3%. At least the cost of living isn't too bad, with a median home price of $691,000, plenty of cheap, high-quality produce, and low energy bills due to most of the island running on hydroelectricity.
Okay.
Number 4.
That's not bad. People that don't know what hydroelectricity means, that's water, basically. That's like their power. You're getting your power from water, right? Why do I keep hitting the desk? Do you guys hear that when I hit the desk? Like, why do I keep hitting? I keep telling me back up a little bit. I keep tapping the desk.
Low energy bills due to most of the island running.
Okay. Hydroelectricity in Australia is water basically providing power, right? Because every time I hear hydro, yes, that is essentially correct. Hydroelectricity in Australia, also known as hydropower, works by converting the energy of moving or falling water into electricity. I'm looking on my other monitor, guys, so it's really shrinked and small over here. Really hard to read. But for you guys, it's kind of like it's in. So if I go like this more, I could probably see it. Well, that's way too zoomed in. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's proceed. I'm not gonna hit the desk anymore. My goodness. I mean, next time I hit the desk, I'm hitting my head straight like that. That's the discipline, you know. Don't hit the desk. Because then everything get to shaking. I need everything clear for my people.
For $91,000, plenty of cheap, high-quality produce, and low energy bills due to most of the island running on hydroelectricity. Number 4, New South Wales. Australia's oldest and most populated state. Home to Sydney, the most populated city. But while Sydney's big city amenities, multiculturalism, high quality of life, and beautiful beaches and harbors speak for themselves, this great state is so much more than just its capital. New South Wales spans over 800,000 square kilometers and is packed with 18 diverse bioregions ranging from sandy deserts to lush rainforests, rugged mountains, rolling hills, grasslands, rivers, and coast.
And I'll try to explore all that. It's so huge out there.
Did you know
bro?
this, and this are all within a 2-hour drive of Sydney? And if both big city life and serene scenery aren't your jam, there's also no shortage of incredible mountain or beach towns, as well as one of the best small cities in Newcastle. As a whole, New South Wales is likely the most balanced province and truly offers something for every type of lifestyle. Then why the heck is it only number 4? Well, because it's bloody expensive, with the highest median home cost of $1.22 million. Now, to be fair, Sydney does have an excellent and diverse economy, so wages across the state aren't bad, with a median household income of $114,000 and the lowest unemployment rate of just 2.9%. But living in Sydney also means terrible traffic, everywhere being crowded, and some of the worst nightlife for a major city.
What you mean some of the worst nightlife? Well, I've actually been hearing some of that. A few people told me Melbourne get down as well too. don't go to Melbourne at night, men and women. You get snatched up, robbed, this, that. I'm like, man, I wish somebody would try to run up on Strac from behind or something like that. Catch me on the opposing side and put him on the ground. It's not happening, bro. You know, it's gonna take about 10 of y'all. Like, I had to read up on some of the stories that be going out there. It really, like, I mean, well, of course, stuff happens all across the world, but just to happen, I mean, just to think, like, out there in Australia, stuff like this happens at night and only at night. I'm like, okay, the crime in the US is all around, baby. It don't matter where you at. We could be in Bel Air right now and it could go down. But it seems that only in Melbourne and stuff like that, it happens at night. Like the little crooks and the little weirdos, they know to come out at nighttime because ain't too much people around to help. That's the part. And it mad dark and there don't be no lights and all that in certain areas. Nah, bro. We out there playing for keeps. We playing for keeps.
Everywhere being crowded, and
Not
some of the
going down.
worst nightlife for a major city. Number 3, the Australian Capital Territory. Covering less than 2,400 square kilometers and consisting of just Canberra, its suburbs, and Namadgi National Park, it's no surprise that many Australians never even think of visiting the place. And that's honestly a shame, because sure, Canberra isn't exactly the most exciting city, seeing as it was entirely planned with the sole purpose of serving as Australia's capital, but it's still one of the most livable cities in the world. With the second lowest crime and unemployment rate in the country, the highest median household income at 150 grand, and by far the lowest poverty rate of just 5.4%, Canberrans have
150 grand is excellent.
And by far the lowest poverty rate of just 5.4%, Canberrans have very little to worry about. Especially since they're close to so many gorgeous mountains with the beautiful Molonglo River running right through town. But while the ACT checks all the statistical boxes, a lot of the city just feels empty with nothing to do if you don't know any locals. The CBD is mostly fields, office buildings, and roundabouts, and while there are walkable areas with shops and restaurants, such as Braddon, Canberra feels a lot more like a collection of spread out suburbs with a few town centers than an actual city. Although, since it is the capital, there are a ton of excellent museums, galleries, and gardens. But a fair warning, Canberra is one of the few Australian cities which gets a true 4 seasons, meaning the winters actually get cold. Number 2, Victoria.
I know that just made some people's heart drop. It snows and get cold out there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, y'all gotta check out my skiing video if you haven't already. Please. All my people, not you guys, of course, in Australia. Well, if you haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out. My people out there in other countries, man, please feel free to check it out. Like, it was beautiful. I knew that it snows in Australia, but I never knew how beautiful it really was. And truly how much it really snowed, guys. You know? Like, Australia is its own world. Its own world. Just like how you live in the States or you live out here, it's literally its own world, guys. And it's beautiful. Like, look at that. I'm in Australia right now with my feet kicked up. What? And it's snowing. That don't even sound right to some people. You in Australia and it's snowing? Huh? Like, that sounds abnormal to some people. That's the biggest flex. Like, I want to go skiing in Australia. I want to see the sides of countries that, like, people don't see. Don't show me the stuff that I can see and see online. This and that. I want the stuff that people don't even really think about or they can't really imagine. You guys have a stereotype. It's always hot. It's always hot there in Australia. They see the deserts, but they don't see the snowy mountains and this and that. So I would love to witness that. Of course, go to your beaches and stuff, but witness this. Witness this right here and show it to my world. Show it to the people in my world. Look, I'm in Australia, and you see this right here? I'm gonna pick it up off the ground. I'm gonna pick it up off the ground, and it's gonna be snow. And I'm gonna bite in everything. It's snow. It's snow. For all my people. That's all I want to do. I want to educate my Americans as well. Not bash them. I want to educate y'all, man. For real. Just show y'all the beauty of this world. You don't have to be a summer person is what I'm saying. You want to go to Australia? You could be a winter person. You could be a winter baby. Cool. And go there, go skiing. Go skiing.
meaning the winters actually get cold. Number 2, Victoria. When you think of Victoria, you probably only think of Melbourne, aka the true cultural capital of Australia with the best coffee on earth.
Thanks.
Seriously, prove me wrong. But while it's nearly impossible to get bored in Melbourne with its outstanding music and art scene and so many bustling alleyways filled with trendy bars, restaurants, clubs, and cafes, the Garden State is also so much more than just the hipster haven. From skiing in Falls Creek to the penguins of Phillip Island to the stunning ridges of Grampians National Park and cascading waterfalls in
Penguins?
is also so much more than just the hipster haven. From skiing in Falls Creek to the penguins of Phillip Island to the
Does Australia have penguins? Holy shit. What? Bro. What? I did not know Australia had penguins. And it's talking about some smallest in the world and the only one that breeds on the Australian mainland and its offshore islands. Bro, that's crazy. That what? What? I'm sitting here trying to school my people. I'm sitting here trying to school my people on your country, and like the different states and this and that, how it be, and just I'm over here learning that Australia has penguins. Where the hell? I never learned that, bro. My mind is like this right now. I don't think you understand how that just shocked me. What? Australia has okay. Cause they and what no zoo. I don't think like maybe it's a zoo. We got penguins right there in Philadelphia. Man, it's about they got on the shore and stuff like real life penguins. That's why I was seeing them. I'm like, wait a minute. This look like outside area off the shore, something like the sand and stuff. Like
trendy bars, restaurants, clubs, and cafes, the Garden State is also so much more than just the hipster haven. From skiing in Falls Creek to the penguins of Phillip Island to the stunning ridges of Grampians National Park and cascading waterfalls and rainforests of Yarra Ranges and Otway National Park.
I've never been to a rainforest. Ooh.
Victoria may only account for 3% of Australia's landmass, but there is no shortage of sensational scenery. Not to mention, it's by far the safest state and home to the Great Ocean Road, the most beautiful drive in the country. But 75% of Victoria does live in Melbourne for a reason. With a stellar job market, world-renowned universities, tons of history, a hip and accepting culture, an excellent public transit, nightlife, and infrastructure, it makes sense that Victoria's capital is growing faster than Sydney and will likely eclipse its population by 2050. Especially since it's cheaper. Although it is still pretty darn expensive, with the statewide median home price being $966,000. Oh, and did I mention that Melbourne can get 4 seasons in 1 hour? Yeah, one time the temperature
What?
dropped 10 degrees Celsius.
That's too much for me, bro. That's way too much for me right there. I'm not prepared for all that. No.
In 3 minutes. Now, before we get to number 1, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you think the best state or territory is and why. But without further ado, number 1, Western Australia.
Is that a red lizard?
But without
what? Bro, no, I'm not. This is one of them videos right here. I'm sorry if it's really long. I'm sorry if it's. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience, guys. Does Australia have red lizards? I've never seen a red lizard at the. What the? What? Bro, I've never seen a red lizard a day in my life. A day in my life, I've never seen a red lizard. I've never seen a red lizard a day in my life, bro. Yes, Australia has several species of lizards with prominent red or reddish coloration. I just like I was born on the other side or something. Like I'm just now sprouting. This is bad. This is a bad look for me. This is one of them videos where Strac is learning. I love it though. Keep on making me look dumb. Why not? Just keep on making me look stupid on YouTube. It's fine. Keep on blowing my mind to educate me. It's all good. I hope nobody's making fun
Vibe, and let me know what you think the best state or territory is and why.
But without further ado,
of me. I can't believe it.
Number 1. Western
I can't
Australia.
believe it.
Bigger doesn't always mean better, but Australia's largest state by total area, accounting for nearly 1/3 of the country, is also the best. Surrounded by 21,000 square kilometers of captivating coast, Western Australia is home to so much enchanting, untouched wilderness.
I've seen this on Instagram one time. People in the this is fake, this is fake, this is fake, this is CGI, this is AI. Running that mouth. And I did some research, a simple typed it in, and it came up. And I'm like, this is beautiful. Something with the chemicals and stuff like that. It's really nice. I would love to see this in person. They only showed a little part, like a little portion. Like maybe they was over here, but they didn't show this big behind a lake. Now, does this only occur, like sometime around the seasons? Or is it all the time? Is this like 24/7? It will be like this for life? Please let me know. Imagine flying over the plane, like, over the hemisphere and just seeing this pink, or I guess you could say red, and then it goes to blue. Like, that'll throw people off. Like, the world we live in is just so beautiful, guys. We have to honestly glorify the world that we were put in. I'm so serious.
But the best thing about living here is that it's still incredibly affordable, with a median home value of just 630 grand, while also having the second highest median household income of 116 grand. Now, this is mainly due to an abundance of mining jobs, which aren't necessarily the most stable. But Perth's job market is growing and diversifying too. And speaking of Perth, it's likely the most underrated capital, with a hip music and art scene in Fremantle, excellent suburbs and beaches, solid public transit, above average nightlife and restaurants, and a relaxed, stress-free lifestyle. Outside of the state's extreme isolation, with Perth actually being the most isolated big city in the world, there's just not much wrong with Western Australia. And that's why it's our best place to live in this fine country.
Ain't that the truth? Okay. Western Australia. So beautiful. This is a great video brought to us today, man. Original video link will be in the description down below. Please feel free to share your honest thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Do you happen to live in any of these states? Please let me know. What is it like on a day-to-day basis? It seems that a lot of people in Australia are making good money annually. Not too many people are really struggling, but I mean, there is a homeless rate. There is the crime rate. There is some things out there that can still be changed, still be fixed. But that goes for everywhere. But besides that, the healthcare and all the benefits within your country and stuff, guys, and what you're making annually, you guys are pretty much stable, I want to say, right? And this is why you're happier. This is why you have a better mental, physical, and emotional health on a day-to-day basis, because your job isn't stressing you out. You, your family, everybody's happier. How's the schooling system? How do they treat them in school? How's the work? I want to know what type of stuff that's like within the countries and stuff, and within the states of Australia and everything. How is Australia's education system, and how what are the kids treated like? How are they treated, and what do they learn? A lot of our kids in the U.S. are depressed. It's bad enough that our world offers so much violence, so much cruelty, so much disturbance. It's just the world we live in, So then to get it at school as well is just bad, Talk about education wise and how you're actually treated. It's like, because the people are nasty and it's just different. You guys have a different culture, different world. The people are nicer, the people are more kind, and this comes from a healthier atmosphere. Especially that you guys are growing up in, living out, going out and about after school, enjoying the outdoors, smelling the fresh air, as well as your parents at home. That's a big thing I noticed. If your parents are happy home. If they're not stressed about work or this or that, and having to worry about, the things that people struggle with in America, having to worry about so much. It's more of a burden out here financially. then I mean, hey, they're gonna be happier, more mentally free, more emotionally physically, should I say, what prominent? Is that even would that even be a good way to say it? More like you know what I mean? More emotionally and physically active, because of like the atmosphere they live in, the life they're living. Everybody making money and they still getting days off. They still get vacation time and stuff, but they still making a bag annually. You gotta work overtime. You gotta bust your behind in the US. This is a great video, man. I think I really liked it. I wanted to like the video. I think I really liked it, honestly. I think I did like it. Everybody, please feel free to smash that thumbs up button. Feel free to subscribe, turn all post notifications on so you do not miss out on another one of these reaction videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. It was an honor having you all sitting here viewing me today. I don't care for how long it was. If you honestly sit here and you sat here and you watched this whole video, you are a legend. Oh my gosh, you are a legend. You are a legend. And it definitely will never go unnoticed, guys. Thank you so much. Feel free to share your honest thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, everyone. Feel free to share this video and channel to your friends and family members because me as an American, I am very, very eager and interested in learning, man. As you can say, I'm inquisitive. So feel free to share the video and channel to your friends and family members, whoever else you feel could come on and stop by. Become part of family. Educate a brother. Educate everyone else in the comments. Stay safe, my peoples. This was a long video, and I'm sorry, man. This is an educational one. I love it. Oh, I love it.